Raiders at the Broncos. This line opened up Broncos -2. It's up to Raiders -2.5. So who do you like here?
Wait, it opened at Broncos -2?
It did. It opened Broncos -2 at Chris, and now it's Raiders -2.5.
Oh, wow. Okay. I like the Broncos at +2.5. Now I like them even more. I just think that the Broncos are going to have a chance to win this game outright. They're playing for next season at this point, but Vic Fangio has done a good job of managing this team through a bunch of injuries and Drew Lock's inconsistency. And I think that they're going to come out and want to win after, a close loss last week against the Chargers where they almost completed a comeback. I think that they're going to be motivated and say, hey, why can't we beat the Raiders this week? And I also think that the Raiders are going to be deflated after the brutal way that they lost to the Dolphins. I mean, they had that game won to stay in the playoff race. And then Ryan Fitzpatrick completed that ridiculous pass while getting his face mask ripped. And the Dolphins were able to win the game as a result of that. And the Daniel Clarkson missed extra point came back, or Daniel Carlson, not Clarkson. Got my NBA brain on partially now because Mark mentioned it. But we got, I just think that the Broncos are going to be ready. The Raiders are going to be deflated from that. So if we're getting 4.5 points of line movement, I'm going to be all over the Broncos. And if this game somehow gets to 3, I might put 4 units on it. Right now, got it for 2 or 3, depending on the injury report.
Yeah, the advanced spread on this game was Denver -2.5, and this game opened at -2. So we've had a 5-point swing from the advanced line. It's pretty big, and I kind of wonder why. Like, it's not like the Raiders have done anything impressive recently. Like they've lost 2 games in a row because of red zone ineptitude, and the Broncos lost to the Chargers, but they played closely, and Denver made so many mistakes in that game. Like Drew Lock had a couple of errors. Jerry Jeudy dropped 6 passes, like 2 of which were long throws. If Jeudy caught those passes, Denver might have won that game. And then they would definitely be favored, I feel like, heading into this one. So I think we're getting good value. I would love +3, so maybe that'll get there. At +3, I would like Denver a lot. At +2.5, I'd like Denver a little bit. So the one issue for me with Denver is that they're down their top 2 cornerbacks. So that's one area the Raiders can exploit. But like you were saying, I don't know what the motivation is going to be here for the Raiders. Like the way they lost to be eliminated from the playoffs that way, like not just to lose that game the way they did, but to be eliminated from the playoffs like that. It's kind of ridiculous. And also the Raiders, they demolished Denver back in week 10, I believe. It was 37-12. So the Broncos are going to definitely want revenge here. So I like Denver.
Yeah, and I think in that game, like the Raiders ran like crazy on the Broncos when they didn't have their defensive line. They're healthier in that regard now, at least. Even without the cornerbacks, I think that Denver should have a chance to win this. And I think this is going to be a field goal game, and I kind of think Denver's going to win. So that line move doesn't make any sense to me, because even if you're saying like, oh, maybe the advanced line was because they thought Marcus Mariota was going to start and Derek Carr wasn't healthy. Like, I don't think Derek Carr versus Marcus Mariota should move the line that many points.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. I feel like the way Mariota played against the Chargers, they're kind of even, I feel like. So maybe 1 point at most. So